I do not believe that this story in any way reflects the direction that this program.
Cameron Dempsey, aka the governor, clears the smoke on TAVARISH Dawson. Now, oh my goodness, this is a juicy article by Sports Illustrated. You know I got it here on this fancy schmancy technology screen. I'm gonna put it up here. You don't gotta stare at me like that, bro. My fucking editor is staring at me through my soul while I'm trying to produce this fucking content. So we not even gonna cut this part. This fancy schmancy technology screen, I got for you the TAVARISH Dawson story. Now, Cameron Dempsey clears the smoke. I mean, what else can we ask for? Coach Prime put him in position. He said he's going to be the governor, and he's doing his damn job.
Is that this program supports athletes in their personal and their professional lives, and we also still expect players to uphold their commitment to their teammates and this program. So, while this may be the case, I do not believe that this story in any way reflects the direction that this program.
Gotta light my spliff because this is too juicy not to. So, okay, now that I go down, you can see after spending a year at Colorado, wide receiver TAVARISH Dawson will be staying closer to home. Needed a second to hit the spliff. Buddy is from Fort Lauderdale. He's from Coach Prime's hometown. And talk about it in this article. The former four-star Auburn commit decided on Jacksonville State after being dismissed from CU and eventually entering the transfer portal. Now I'm going to speed it up a little bit because I know y'all don't want me to have you here all day. The 5'11", 170-pounder appeared in 7 games for the Buffs. Basically talk about his receiving yards. He only had 14 receptions and 124 yards and a touchdown, y'all. So Dawson's story is unique as the article goes along to say. As far as the landscape, the Colorado's roster, the Fort Myers, Florida native, like I was stating before, came from the same hometown as Coach Prime, and it turns out the two share realities. He came into Boulder to compete, but wasn't treated like the rest of Sanders' kin. Key point in the article, they trying to make it to where, I mean, my goodness, how Dawson described the incident all the way back in January that resulted in Coach Prime dismissing him from the team. Now this is where the article get juicy and a lot of controversy start coming in. Y'all tell me y'all personal opinion. My personal opinion is that I'm calling BS on the situation. Why? Everybody like, why, Von? Why? Well, this is why. Coach Prime do not curse. TAVARISH was saying he was cursing. Coach Prime got this thing about when you go home and you go to be with your family, spend all the good time, whatever you do, when it's time to make it back in Boulder, oh, your ass better be back. Or you moving to the bottom of the roster. Everybody knew that. That is like, I mean, go do your research. I watched enough footage to know this was a rule. It was implemented. I mean, literally telling them, like, go light on the liquor. I know y'all been going to be trying to smoke that weed. You're going to have all of these negative influence, but don't do it. Try to do it as little as possible. Make sure you're working out, staying out of trouble. Like, he's preaching all of these things, and one of the number one rules, like the golden rule, is don't miss the flight back home. He literally said it. He was like, I think he said something like this: if you miss the flight back, then your stuff in your locker will be cleaned out when you make it back here. He said something just like that. And he said he missed the flight in this article. So y'all tell me who's lying. He's off the team. He missed the flight. It all add up. But he trying to say Coach Prime cursed at him. Now, I can see Coach Prime saying something simple like this. Is you out your damn mind? I can see him saying something like that. But I can't see him saying, like, are you fucking stupid? Or like saying something like cursing him out like that. Nobody reportedly shot down the idea of Dawson going across the county. Sanders even told him have a good time with his family. However, that wasn't the same energy applied when Dawson returned back to Boulder. Dawson arrived late due to flight delays, but kept in contact with the staff on his whereabouts throughout the entire process. After returning to practice, he was confronted by Coach Jason Phillips, who is Coach Prime's good friend, longtime friend. And he said it pretty much took a turn after that. It said Coach Prime started talking about how he let the team down, he let Shador down by coming back late. He told him he was going to take away his playing time, and that made Dawson upset. Dawson said he tried to speak up for himself and said to Coach Prime pretty much, you told us to be responsible and take care of our family. That's what I was doing. I told him it was no nonsense but I was being punished for being present for my daughter. And then he added a slight comment that said, but Shiloh and Shador could miss a whole week for a fashion show. And then he talking about when he said that to Coach Prime lost it and started cursing at him and told him to pack his stuff in front of his teammates. And Dawson said he believed that Coach Prime even tainted them by telling other coaches that they did this or they did that, and now coaches not giving them a good look. How it's written in the article is and now Coach Prime done cussed him up and down, left and right. He cussed him all the way to Fort Lauderdale and back to Boulder. Yeah, that's how he cursed him. Okay, so y'all heard it from your co-host, and you heard it from your young bull, and you heard it from your host. So, I mean, that's a 3-0 vote. It ain't nobody else in the booth. A side note to this is, like, when it's time to actually come back, ain't no flight delays. Don't miss your flight. If you do have a flight delay, I'd be on, as soon as the bells start ringing, whatever happened in the airport, I am literally iPhone, FaceTime Coach Prime. I'm showing him the flight delays. I'm doing everything. I might talk to him for the next 3 hours talking about how I'm finna just go work out because I'm so pissed the flight got delayed. Like, something got to give. And it wouldn't be, no little side message saying my flight got delayed. Like, you got to have real proof behind it. But
team, and I want to give you a few updates on the program and where things are headed in the next couple of weeks. Now, before we get into the fun stuff, there's one thing I want to address, specifically in response to a SportsCenter article that came out last night regarding the departure of one of our former players from this program. Specifically, this article insinuated that Coach Prime cussed a player out of our program and told him to clean his locker out using profanity. And from what I've seen in my time here at this program, that is simply not true, and I guess recollections may differ on why this player left the program. What I can tell you is that this program supports athletes in their personal and their professional lives, and we also still expect players to uphold their commitment to their teammates and this program. So while this may be the case, I do not believe that this story in any way reflects the direction that this program went with that player, and I hope that they're happy at their new home, because we're certainly happy with the guys that we got on our team that are going to win a championship. So now moving on to more fun things. We are in our second week of summer conditioning, and I'm pleased to report that we could not be in better. She's a Buff for life. I think my sister's going to be there as well, so it's a great opportunity to come see this beautiful facility and get some play.
Thank you.